Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Bitcoin and the crypto market is getting annihilated right now. Let's jump straight into the charts. Doge is hitting my alerts. My main support is at 8 cents. Uniswap also hitting my alerts, $7.60. The alerts firing on Uniswap. We've got alerts at $7.60 and $6.70, but the $7.60 one just fired, and this is the major support for Uni. Crazy that we're coming down. So look at that drop from Uniswap. And guys, unfortunately, I bought 50k worth of Uni here, around here, $9. So I'm down quite big, around 20% on that Uni buy, unfortunately. But it is coming down to my alerts. We've got one at $7.60. I would say the main support to put orders right now is $6.20. But how bad is this? Like, look how bad it's dropping. How weak is this market? Nothing's buying. It could just be because it's the 4th of July weekend. But look at that drop, like $7 from yesterday, or even 2-3 days ago. It was a terrible week to buy Uniswap. Like, I had 50k and I bought back into Doge. Remember on the last drop, I bought back in at 11 cents, and I thought it was a great buy. Then we had that bounce, and now it's back to 10 cents or something like this. 10 cents coming down to 8 cents. Best was sell when I sold in March and fully walk away. Bitcoin down 5%. Look at that. It broke the 1-year trend line, everyone. It always breaks these long trend lines. Remember, we need to remember that. Same with 2021 bull market. The trend lines mean nothing when Bitcoin pulls back, to be honest, on the big trend lines. Same with the bull market in 2021. Remember, like, just smashes through the supports. It doesn't care about supports when it moves up. We had the clear M pattern. We had the clear fifth wave finalization. We called everything perfect. The only problem is I entered around 62k or 60k. I entered here on that drop, and then it bounced and we made money, and now it's just dropped further. And I should have known that. Why? Because this is the final ABC corrective wave, and I've known that the entire time. We had the whole Elliot Wave count. We did it perfectly, actually. First wave impulse, first to second corrective, second to third final largest impulse, second to third to fourth corrective, fourth to fifth final impulse, the weaker one. And that's exactly what happened. Then A, B, C correction, but that A, B, C correction has been, this C correction also becoming brutal. Same with the A correction. I think 56 is not bouncing much. We got a bounce, but it's not much on 56. And you can see just a massive clear M pattern. And guys, if we draw out this M pattern, I mean, maybe it's just because of the 4th of July, the ETFs aren't working, someone's like panicking everyone. But if this breaks down, which technical analysis is just going based off the history and the charts, if this breaks down, yearly support 41k, that would be bad. Because my Bitcoin, I entered Bitcoin here on these dips. I entered here at 60k, and we're just free falling. Look at this. Look at my buys. I thought my buys were genius. I thought I got great buys on that dip. Caught the dip on the support on my 58k trend line. Look at my buys, buy, and then bounced, and we made lots. It made great gains. We were in the profit again, even, and then just boom. Not even in the profit. It was slightly still down around 4k, but look at this, just free falling. This trade now down 11k. It's 3.6 Bitcoin. I upped this trade, 30k margin, and it's just free falling. I've got to under support my liquidation. I put a lot of margin, so my liquidation is under 51,800. But if Bitcoin breaks down to 45, that will destroy this account and this trades. I mean, even right now, my account went from 150 to 920. I withdrew maybe like 150k to seed invest, so it should have been like 750. So I've lost around 200k since I sold in March. If I had done nothing except just keep the account since March, we would have been better off. It's down around 200k. It's just slowly some bounces, but you can see like from 58k to 60k, some of my trades did really nice. Some caught some bounces, but the overall now, it's just after the last 2 days, look at that, from 572, slowly bleeding down the last month. Big loss on this month so far. It's probably down. I probably lost this month. It's down from 629, 100k lost this month. Same last month. Selling when I sold in March at the top, that was perfect. I literally called the day of the top, or around the top here. It was March 20 when I sold here, when it started to fall, and then I bought here, we bounced, and I sold here. I should have just stayed out. That was a great buy. Yes, I also bought down here at 56, if you remember, during the Israel-Iran conflict. Then we got that bounce. That was also profitable. But if it's dangerous once you call the top. It's better just to get out until it's oversold. Now, let's look at the technicals. Weekly, stochastic oversold. Big crypto guru bot not fired red sell yet, but I think it will once this week finishes, but not yet a red sell. It's still a blue buy on the Crypto Guru bot. It fired, you can see when it fires blue buys and red sells. Stochastic is coming down fully lower than the last time now. Lower than August 2023 when we dropped from, Bitcoin dropped from 32K to 23K. The stochastic is lower than that now. Bitcoin indicator bot fired a sell right before that big drop, actually, perfectly calling that sell. Didn't fire, it's not firing a buy yet. Not good, not firing a buy yet. If this 56K doesn't hold, which it doesn't look like it's going to, why? Because we have this big M pattern. If it drops, if it does what the technical should show us, this, you take the base of this M pattern, which would be, I would say, here. But I've been warning actually for these drops and these supports for a while. I just shouldn't have bought back in. So this is the M pattern. If we measure it out and it keeps falling, 40K, 41K, guys, the yearly support, it'll be a crazy drop. 43K, that will liquidate everything from the markets. Like, there'll be panic like crazy. I don't think it breaks that low, but to be honest, I didn't think we'd so free fall through the 58 and these strong supports. I thought we would get on this 1 year trend line at least a double. But actually, on the Elliot Wave, it's following everything perfectly. We had the fifth and final impulse wave, then we had the A wave, corrective, first corrective, then we had the B bounce, and then we had the final corrective wave, the C. So why did I, on that B bounce, I should have got out. That was the plan. More of the long-term trend swings. Like, for example, when I sold in March, I was telling you I'm going heavy into Tesla. While crypto is being destroyed and I moved heavy into Tesla, if you moved into Tesla with me at 141, we are now up 75%, while crypto is down something like that. I've actually done quite well maintaining my account, I would think, even though this is quite a big drop, especially today with this Bitcoin trade. 12K down here. I've got a buy order at 52. If it comes down to, I've got my liquidation below 52, you see. But look at this, I wasn't expecting such a deep drop. The ETF started buying at 58, so in my opinion, the base that the ETFs have is 58. But why is this happening? So apparently the narrative, remember, they're all bullshit narratives. The narrative is the German government is selling Bitcoin, and they moved a bunch of they moved some transactions to exchanges, but they didn't actually sell. But actually, yes, they have sold. They've started to sell around 800 million. German government selling, and also Mt. Gox is liquidate a failed exchange back in 2014, 2013, failed exchange. It screwed everyone out of a lot of Bitcoin. Mt. Gox is also started to distribute their Bitcoin, and that's the narrative. And I also think it's just 4th of July. Happy 4th of July to any American family out there. Hope you have a beautiful 4th of July holiday. And it's probably just because the ETFs are closed, so there's no buying from the institutions, and someone's using this to kind of like attack Bitcoin, selling it when the ETFs are down. It's self-fulfilling, but so prepare, we could get nuked. Big support at 52, big support at 56,400. 56,400 almost came close, so I would say that bounce is already finished. Next bounce to catch is at 52. But see, it didn't come actually down to, you see, didn't come down to 56,400. It came a bit higher. You notice that? Interesting. The last time was 56,400. This time was 56,700. So it made actually a higher low, but maybe it's not finished. And if you look at it on the hourly, actually, look at it on the hourly, it looks like double bottom, right? It's not yet finished, but so we don't know. But if it bounces here and volume comes in, that looks like on an hourly a double bottom. But let's look on the daily. On the daily, coming down to major support, but this big M, McDonald's pattern, everyone. Whatever the fuck, McDonald's. If that plays out, 56 will be a big support. But to be honest, it's looking super weak. And you look at the total market cap of all crypto, 2 trillion. It just wiped out. I had support at 2.1 trillion, right? Like I warned about this yesterday. If you followed my channel, I said big support at 2.1 trillion. Somewhere on Twitter. Should I find it? Okay, Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter, James Crypto Guru. 85,600 followers. And I talked about will Bitcoin hold 58? Bitcoin down 23% since all-time high. German government continues to sell its Bitcoin. Another 1,300 Bitcoin sent to exchanges in the last 20 minutes. Last time, this is when I entered positions here, when I saw these 300 Bitcoin buys coming in. You can check out that post. That's very interesting, talking about how I spot, you can see the buyers on the bottom. Someone selling off Bitcoin on the 4th of July is making fun of the ETFs. Not nice. When do you think the Bitcoin floor is in? 400 votes. I'll retweet this one. 400 votes, 2,400 views since yesterday. And you can go and vote on there as well. When do you think the bottom's in? So far, 23% already in, 400 people. 21%, most are saying 52, 33% saying 52. I would agree. If 56 doesn't hold, it looks super weak. 52, and if you looked at it, the Elliot Wave count on total market cap, also perfect. First wave, first to second corrective, second to third impulse, third to fourth corrective, fourth to fifth final wave, and now ABC correction. It played out exactly as we said. It did everything perfectly. The only problem is I didn't listen to myself and added into the position too early. A corrective, B bounce, C corrective, and imagine the C corrective wave finishes here, but I'm going to say it again, on the 1 year trend line on the crypto market cap. You can see the previous Elliott Wave count that we did back in, if you've been following my videos, July 2023. Now we're in July 2024. Wow, it's crazy looking back at the history like this. But you can see that will be a place to bounce. But look, we just fell through that 2.1 trillion support. We had this is the market cap, how much all of cryptocurrency is worth, $2.1 trillion. That's why if you chill out, like if you look at the long term, we're just getting started, people, no worries. If you look at the long term, like so I'll give you a perspective. The American stock market is 100 trillion. The American stock market is 100 trillion. So we're sitting at 2 trillion for the worldwide crypto markets. So you see what I mean? Don't panic too much in the long term side of things. Again, 2 trillion, this is just the American stock market. The Nasdaq and like tech stocks in American market, 100 trillion. And what's interesting is the volume that crypto does is half the volume that the $100 trillion stock market does. So we're not ever getting out of this. This is the beginning of a new age, a new technology. Just make sure you ride the waves. So, okay, C wave correction. Now I hope we get this bounce here on this yellow trend line. If my thinking is correct, based off this technical analysis, and we don't hold here, then the actual support is final wave on the C wave on this 1 year trend line, 1.98 trillion. So it's close. So we're talking another total market cap drop of 2.7%. Only 2.7% to go, guys. And my account got hammered during this drop. Even though I got out in March, this Bitcoin trade, it's now a 216,000 Bitcoin trade. So if this, no, I want to have a bias. So, okay, I'm going to add another Bitcoin at 52. I can't add, I'm too heavy in already. I'm too heavy in, 52. I'm going to add one Bitcoin that will bring my liquidation to 51. But then I have to add more margin when it comes down. And I've got that spot at 52 and this account dropping. Like, look, last month down 100K this month. Big hits. A lot of it from yesterday. 572, 50K from yesterday or the day before. Bitcoin, Ethereum, MCRT, Uniswap. Uniswap bouncing around right now. 12%. Wow. They hit my alerts. Uniswap and Doge hit my alerts. So again, I'm going to go from Uniswap buy order 6, I would say biggest support. Let's go into the weekly. I just tell you guys all the supports. Big support on Uni, $6.20. Big one here actually. But if you say this is the bloodiest part of the market, which it could be, you don't if you've been with me in 2021, you know how bad it can get. $6, easy $6, easy. So let's say $5.60, I would say is like panic. But these are prices below the bull market. I mean, some of them even below the lows of the bear market. Doge buy 8 cents, and let's do major supports because it's like full on panic. I think 7.5 cents. It can easily panic down, but no, big supports here going back to 2021. 8.5 cents. Set an alert. BNB free falling. Bitcoin. Let's do Ethereum. Ethereum 3063. Hit my stop loss on that. Oh no! Wow! I called it, guys. Look at that. Called it. Came down exactly to my trade. Look at that. Wow, I'm a best trader. It came down to my trade. If you followed the last time I did Ethereum on these videos, it came down to 3,037 and the trade activation was 3,059. It hit it. Now the question is, does this hold and this bounce? If we go to worst case scenario like I'm doing on the weekly, the main support on Ethereum is far away. We're talking 2.1. Do I think that with the ETFs coming and things like this? I don't think that's happening. So 2.4 I would say is main support, but I do expect a bounce here. This trade would have activated. Should I activate it? I'm too heavy in the markets now. If you're not activated that trade, I would not yet. I would see what happen. I would put buy spot orders down at these big positions, guys. If it's a full-on panic like it's happening, 57k. When you've seen what happens when crypto panics, 2021, it's brutal. It's like destructive. It destroys everything. Everything drops to things like worth nothing, and then people full panic sell everything. You know what I mean? And we didn't go up that much, so we're actually getting lower than bear market prices. So be cautious out there. What I would do now, what I'm doing is I'm staying mostly. So right now my account down massive. I'm down 524 in the last 50k in the last 2 days. What I'm doing, and I was pretty conservative, I'm still like in cash, 40% cash, 15% Bitcoin. That was the bad when I added those Bitcoin positions. That's where I got fucked at 62. Uniswap also, I added 50k in the Uniswap, 8% Doge. World, Pocket I would buy at 4 cents. I got some, pick up. World is just getting annihilated as well. Let's check out World. World just got destroyed. I shouldn't have bought it at... I sold it at like 14 at the top. If you remember back in March, I closed everything in those videos. Perfectly closing the top at 12k. Who remembers when my video, it's like prophetic now. If you look back at it, actually quite prophetic. Let's see where it is. Here. Bitcoin, just like November 11, 2021, when I called the only one in the world to call the top on the day, only one in the world to call Bitcoin and all call the top again this year. Bitcoin Doge warning, I sold 17th of March, and you can see the moment that I like actually decide to close my trade. 200 rounding top. It's not a bull flag. So what my strategy is, and when Bitcoin nuke fees now, everyone's panicked. The fund from 59k, you see, that was the true buying price of the spot prices before the leverage. The only thing, also, the funding fee, top, but again, weekend, the daily, but again, rounding top. I should have done that actually, and that would take buying. But look, it comes down exactly to this major trend line that Bitcoin's been following. Difficult. Okay, so you're gonna watch me now, and then I close the door. Trade. I buy the ETF profits, everyone. Here, I'm gonna do a market order. If this trade closes. And that was me calling the top. Sorry. And then I moved heavy into Tesla. That was a good call because we have just been destroyed since then. I hope you paid attention. It's difficult. So now what I want to do is stay mostly in cash, see where the panic goes, and pick up, nibble on nice things that I see. But at those extreme dips, because you'll be shocked how low things can go in a panic, the bull market sell-off. Love you all. Be safe out there. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up button, turn on the bell. I think when the ETFs open up, remember, the true price of Bitcoin, I've been saying this for months, is 58k.